starting.
I believe that's a yes. Okay.
All
I don't
right.
know what
You
anything means, so you'll have to help
fucking
me.
piece of shit.
So basically,
You
you.
fucking sandwich. You fucking olive loving motherfucker.
So basically,
Olive loving mother. Roberto.
this takes place in 1979, and we're
Fuck
going
you,
to be
Brian.
role playing until
Fuck
you need to do a roll
you,
check.
Brian.
Okay.
So that's about all you need to know.
79, where are we located?
1979 in New York.
New
When
York,
we
New
last
York.
Mostly around the borough of Brian is a fucking fuck.
when we last joined our boys, their employer was testing their leadership, and so they got two goons working for them. They got to pull a heist. The heist is of this guy's. This guy is a part of this family. The employer has a treaty with. They're on a no fire, but they need to retrieve a incriminating photo from one of the higher ups from this guy's house, but they can't.
Okay.
They need deniability and an anonymity. That's why they've hired you guys to do it, because nobody knows you. You're just little grunts. And so, I think what we're going to do is kick it off with Jimmy Tulip, which is Tim. I'll write these names down. Jimmy Tulip. And what was your name, Sean? I always forget.
Albert. Albert Weston.
Weston. We're going to kick it off with those two. And then I think I'm going to insert you right at the beginning of the story.
Brian, will you at least spit on it before you insert
Fucking
it,
hell.
please?
Well, if he's got to, that means he's not doing it right.
No, hey, whoa, Sean, some women are dry, and I really don't appreciate you
So you
trying to
guys,
imply that every single woman can achieve the same amount of wetness as every other woman.
fucking hell.
And
That's
so
actually a fair point. I
you
didn't think about.
you
My apologies.
fucking piece of shit.
No more innuendos. You guys are going to role play a bit before I insert gold shaft.
In
How was that an
Innuendo.
innuendo, Sean? Or fucking Brian? How was that innuendo? That was direct and to the point. That was about anal penetration. You fucking sarlacc pit.
Oh, if only the people could hear the pre-show. That would be terrible, terrible things.
All right, I've got their names in there. Right. So, when we last left it off, you guys were going to investigate this house, give it a once over. The goons left, and you said you were going to meet them the next day in the afternoon, I believe, or evening. So, I think that. I think I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
Kim, can I, if Brian doesn't have anything, are you cool with what I can work in?
You're gonna insert gold
You work
shaft
it
into the
however you
story.
can.
Yes.
I'll let you run with it.
All right. So we are about to make our way, and Jimmy is basically convincing Albert that we need to stop by the Alamo so that we can pick up a few things, mostly just drugs. And a few people happen to recognize Jimmy, and they're fans of the Feel Good Experience.
That's his band.
And, yeah, Lil Scipio and the Feel Good Experience.
Gotcha.
And so obviously Jimmy invites them along. And so now, Kim, you are now with us because that's what I got.
Sounds good.
And we're in Albert's Lincoln, right?
Kim, do you? Yeah, you are. Do you have any experience in crime, a history at all? Or do you want to? I mean, you can roleplay that. I'm just curious if you've got a background at all, or if you're a newbie.
Well, I think Diana probably has a pretty good handle on the crime situation around here.
Okay.
Jimmy's gonna lean back from the front seat, and he's got like a joint lit up, and he'll be like, "Hey, you just wanna like a hit of this or some shit?"
Well, sure, I'll take some.
I
You're offering.
I just gently like put my hand on his arm so that it's like below window height. Push down a little
Jimmy
bit.
will very obviously still pass it to the back seat.
So what's this job that we're out on tonight? And she'll take the hit.
Baby, bubble, darling, here's the thing. What we're doing tonight, we can have a lot of questions.
I just want to know what
Right
I'm
there,
supposed to do.
that's a good question. Mr. Purple, have you met my friend Mr. Purple here?
I met a lot of Mr. Purples in my day.
I like her, Mr. Purple. You like her, Mr. Purple?
Albert just sighs. Light. He puts out another cigarette. His fucking car ashtray is fucking just full of cigarette butts. Lights another cigarette.
Mhm.
And he's just like, keep going. Fuck, what was it, Mr. Indigo? Keep going, Mr. Indigo.
Yeah,
I
well,
very much
Mr. Purple,
with like
you
just
can
this.
call
I
me
really don't like the
Jimmy
code
in
names.
front of the ladies. It's all good. The ladies know me as Jimmy. Little Scipio and the Feel Good Experience, we're all good. All right, Mr. Purple, you play in the Feel Good, we're all good. You feel me?
Well, I could feel you later, but for right now, you can just call me Violet.
Roberto is
Well,
Violet.
that's going to
I'm
get
posting the
real
code
experience.
names.
Really confusing. But it's all good, Violet.
We have purple, indigo, mauve, and violet.
My God,
So-
it keeps going.
Well, it sounds like you're going with the purple thing, right? Did I
Why don't we
misunderstand?
call you Lavender,
Unfortunately.
Violet? Is that all right? Can we call you Lavender?
You can call me Lav for short.
All right. You're all right by me, Lav. All right.
Lavender shaft.
So what you think,
Lavender
Mr. Purple? We got time to pull on over, smoke this joint, maybe hang out a little bit, or what?
Well, let's get somewhere a little bit away from here, at least. And then,
Mr.
sure.
Purple.
Mr. Fucking Jimmy. We're in the parking lot of a commonly used establishment in which occasionally fights break out, and the police are regular to show up. So I think we
Hey,
should
Violet, baby,
move
I want
away
you to
a
know
bit.
there ain't no fights out here I couldn't handle. But we gotta listen to Mr. Purple here. We gotta head out of here,
I just
Right. I don't want to get any police involved any more than you do. So where are we headed?
to the killing grounds. Where else? No, I'm just gonna drive to like a lot in a more or less nearby part of the city that's not really well visited by the cops so much.
Okay.
Just so that they can have their weed.
Hey, Mr. Purple, I'm thinking about we're not gonna bring maybe both the ladies, but I think that Violet here, she's got something going on here. You know what I mean?
And she has the very like Farrah Fawcett hair going on. So it's got like the nice wing to it, and a very like kind of a flowy top situation going, but it's black, so it doesn't draw too much attention. And then she has like the biggest fucking platform shoes.
which does draw attention.
I mean,
But
Violet, you're cool with leaving your buddy here, off at an apartment, right? Because we got some
uh,
business here that I think that you could be. Mr. Purple, what's the fucking word that I'm looking for? It starts with the fucking P. It's like pravy. She should be privy to it.
Privy.
Thank you, Mr. Purple. That you should be privy to.
well, what do you have going on that you think I should be privy to?
Well, it's gonna put a little bit of money in your pocket if you're interested.
I'm down for a little bit of money in my pocket.
But we
Always
gotta we
looking
gotta
for a
drop
job.
off your friend first, though. We gotta drop off your friend. You know what I mean? She's a little bit wasted. I'm not wasted though. There's no. I don't. Hey, Mr. Purple.
Yeah.
Everything that happened with we're fucking cool with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not still fucking sweating that shit. You know what I mean?
Not
Like,
quite. Like from are you referencing like the stuff from the other day?
Yeah, Jimmy
Okay.
would be referencing the stuff that he was breaking down about. So this might be a cause for concern.
So Jimmy, you let's talk, Jimmy. I
Hey, hey,
guess
hey,
I
whoa, whoa,
turn
whoa,
to
whoa.
the.
Mr. Purple, let's drop off the other girl first. Let's leave Lav, me, and you. I trust Lav here. All right? I trust her.
All right, but I think before we even do that, you and me need to have a little chat.
No,
You
hey, not in front of everybody.
no, not
All
in front
right?
of everybody. There's we can walk
You
away.
you can bring Lav. It's cool. You just can't bring a friend. Brian, we're probably saying this loud enough for her friend to hear if you want to play her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the part where she had a friend with her. Okay. What's your friend's name, Kim?
Possible.
do
You cut out.
do we? Okay, so I have a friend with me now.
Apparently, I didn't realize
Oh, I
that.
thought you did. I apologize. I'm a little fucking.
Drunk. It's all good. Um, sure, I have a friend with me. Um, well, I don't like to just leave her. But
I
if
I don't even want to leave. Thought we were gonna party.
that's kind of what I thought too, but it looks like it's going to be a job. And Sarah, I really don't think that this is going to be a good fit for you. Wow, I'm changing it.
Sarah,
What the fuck? You said
Sarah, here's the thing, all right? I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you a couple of bumps of this blow, right? Couple of joints. All right, you just forget that we ever met up tonight. What you think?
fine, sure, whatever.
All right, hey, Sarah, you're my kind of people. All right. Now, I'm not saying that we like Lav more, but we fucking like Lav more.
You gonna drop me off at the party or what?
Yeah, there's gonna definitely be a party, and he's gonna wink at Albert, like, yeah, drop this girl off at anywhere.
Yeah, Sarah, remember there's This is not the accent I was trying to do. Dang it. That's what I get for saying Sarah. Oh, fuck it. That's my accent now. Yes, Sarah, remember? Like, we were going to go to that party down the block. We're kind of far away, but I think they could probably drop you back off.
Sarah's a little shit-faced right now, too, so she'll just kind of nod in agreement like she remembers.
Like, it's totally going to be a bumpin' party. And now you're going to be walking in with Blow, and, like, the guys are going to fall on all over you. It's going to be amazing.
I think she's already at the point where her hair is messed up and she's kind of rubbed some of her eye makeup off to the side.
Oh, yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Awesome. All right, guys.
So, Albert's not going to really say anything. He's going to start driving to the indicated area.
So, Lav, we're about to go meet with some people. They're probably going to give us, the next job that we've been talking about. So just be prepared for that.
Oh, I'm
We
always...
already have our job. Or are you bullshit?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, Jimmy is 100% full of shit.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, though, Sean, for clarifying.
I'm like totally prepared. And then she'll like whip out her little boot knife and be like, I don't take no shit. All right.
No, all right. We fucking get it, Lav. Like that's why we dropped off your friend here. Isn't that right, Mr. Purple?
Sorry, I've got loud people at the moment. Albert will kind of like. Albert's not 100% sure what Jimmy's going at, but he'll nod.
I think at this point, Jimmy has been enough dumb luck that maybe Albert kind of trusts in what the fuck he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's lucky enough, but he still keeps an eye out for.
Oh no, for sure. I'm
Dumb
not
part of-
saying right. I'm not saying that he's not careful about it, but I think that Jimmy is lucky enough that it could be to the point where we could take a few risks and just kind of involve it, and it wouldn't be too hand wavy. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're heading to the meeting, Brian.
The dude's house is outside of the big city. You start driving out it's not out in the country. It's in kind of a very expensive gated residential area. Not exactly Hollywood level gating where it's like a mile in, but there are gates surrounding them. They're pretty big houses. We're talking 2-story, 2 maybe 3-car garages, decent. And you can see his place from the road, but the whole place is fenced. And it's not a like wooden fence or wall like fence. It's just, iron bars or something, wrought iron maybe. So you can see through. You can see his whole property. He does have some hedges, but for the most part, his front door, his garage, everything is visible. You can kind of get around back of it, but there are a few houses adjacent to him, and so I don't think you can actually like drive up to his back door. The only place that you can get close with your
Is
car
there like a
is in the
buzzer
front.
at the gate?
Yeah.
I think we would just go straight to there.
It's your call.
Brian, what time did the mooks show up?
The mooks, the dumb guys.
Mm-hmm.
So were you going to scout the area and meet them tomorrow, or were you going to scout the area with them along?
Oh, okay. We're still in the same day, so yeah, we're scouting. I think.
Okay, so the mooks aren't here.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was the next day. That's my.
So when you pull up, it's hard to tell if anyone's there because of the garages, but there's nobody in the drive, and so kind of looks like there's a possibility that it's empty. But what time do you guys want to be there? I think you're at afternoon at this point, to evening.
Probably late evening.
Oh, okay. In that case, I think it'd be safe to assume that unless they're at a dinner party or something, they're probably going to be home tonight at some point. What do you guys want to do?
Wow, this is like where we're getting our job. Normally the job givers are a little bit more low class, you know what I mean?
Well, we're not. This is the job.
Oh, well you said we were just gonna go talk to the givers.
Yeah, I mean, I might stretch the truth on that one, but you know.
Listen, if you're offering me a job, I'm not gonna turn it down. Just tell me what I gotta do, yo.
Well, here's the thing, man. What we gotta do is we gotta figure out exactly how the god duty is working and how we can distract them. Because we gotta get inside. You know what I mean?
Oh, one of those kind of jobs. Okay.
Don't suppose you're familiar with electronic alarms.
She might not be Mr. Purple, but she might have other talents that might be of use.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Why don't you guys? Are you guys just chilling out front
I
right now?
I think we're
Probably.
circling. I
Okay.
don't think we're parked.
Okay,
Right,
you're
Sean?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, no, that's up to Sean. He's driving.
So I think as I'm thinking about this, what I'm going to say is that they have their neighbors probably a ways off, like it's a little drive between houses, and then behind them is kind of a foresty area, and so you can get around the block, but you can't quite see the back of their house unless you hoofed it on foot. And as you're rolling past their front, why don't you guys roll perceptions?
have no idea how this character sheet works.
So all you're going
That's
to
a
need is a
D10.
D10 for all of your rolls instead of a D20. Try to roll
Okay,
low.
but you said lower numbers are better
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for my like my charisma being a 9. There's a -1. So that means I deduct that from the roll then?
Correct.
Okay.
So your perception is going to use your street smarts.
The D10.
I got a 6.
Who the fuck chooses D10s for their...
You get used to it after a while.
Where's the frickin' D10s? Okay. And I'm doing perception, which is street smarts.
So
That's
you'll
a
add.
4.
Yeah, you'll add a 1.
I add a 1? So I want 6?
Your street smart says it's got a
Negative
modifier of 1. Positive
It has a
1.
-1.
Is her class proficient in perception?
Oh, I'm looking at Roberto. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, you're good.
The only thing I have a +1 in is BS.
I got a 3. I got a 3.
Sean got a 6?
And I got a 4.
4. Okay.
I rolled a 5 and I subtracted 1. Correct?
I think Sean is focused on his driving and trying to be discreet. So Jimmy and I'll say Jimmy notices he's looking pretty sharply at trying to you're talking about security, and so he's looking around. He doesn't see any cameras. I don't even honestly know what they had for cameras in the 1970s.
Probably would have been closed circuit back then.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing up
Like-
there. I think Diana will see a couple lights flick on in the house upstairs.
There's like some lights upstairs. You're muted, Tim, if you're talking.
We ain't trying to do nothing tonight, so don't worry about nothing that goes on in the house.
All right.
But the place looked empty prior to this.
There were no cars in the driveway. You can't see in the garages.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in there tonight, definitely. Unless you got a plan to take them out too. Is that part of it?
Not a part of the plan.
Good. I don't like doing stuff like that. It gets messy.
Jeez, she has seen some crime in her background.
I'm just making shit up. I have no idea.
I would like to perceive if she is talking out of her ass.
Okay.
I don't even know if she's talking out of her ass.
You're gonna have to decide.
Well, I got a 3, so I guess decide.
Yeah, you can. If you're trying to deceive them, there is a deception check, which is your charisma. If you're not, I guess you can tell them the answer.
Sorry.
Like, there's only one job I had to do where there was like nastiness, but I thankfully didn't have to do it myself. But like, the blood just gets on your clothes, and then it's just impossible to get out, and then you have to get a new outfit.
Jeez.
And then unless you get paid well enough, like, it's just totally not worth it.
Albert smirks but doesn't say anything. Timmy might. Timmy. God damn it, Tim. Jimmy might.
Timmy Julep.
Timmy Jew. That's
Well,
southern.
let's hope that there ain't anything that has to go down like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'd really rather not.
So,
Looks like we got another psychopath in the party, everybody.
as you guys are going around this block a second time, roll me perceptions again for something else.
2.
3.
Tim is typing. Tim is muted.
He is very muted.
7.
You're distracted by my platforms.
Diana and Albert notice that the first neighbor's house, one of the people is taking a garbage can to the road, and it's a middle-aged woman, and you see a little kid trailing behind her and a cat. And then at the second house, as you pass by, you notice somebody shutting the curtains, like to go to bed for the night. And you see, this time it's a dad, or it's a guy. He looks kind of fatherly. He's got a sweater on and he's got his whatever. And you see, like, you can tell from the background behind him that it's got pictures on the wall. Like, this isn't a bachelor. This is a family. That's why you suspect it might be a dad.
And this is the neighbor.
Both neighbors.
On either
Okay.
side.
Mm-hmm. And this main house is sandwiched between them. Probably like a quarter mile between the three houses.
Oh. Big space.
Yeah, it's a big block.
Did the old lady and the kid seem to take any particular note?
No.
Okay. I think after having seen that, though, Albert, for a little bit, he's gonna just drive down the road. He's not gonna loop back immediately. He's gonna give him like 5, maybe 10.
Okay.
But he accelerates his smoking again.
You must like burn through your entire paycheck just in cigarettes.
Costs a lot.
I should say so. You got the entire worth of my last job in your cigarette holder thing. What are they called? Cigarette
Holder thingy.
Ashtray.
There we go.
Used cigarette holder.
I'm real good with this crime stuff, guys. I'm so good at it. I even know what the ashtrays are called.
That's perfect because I'm terrible at it and I've never known at all what these guys are trying to drive at.
Tim-
And I have definitely not helped Brian at every single fucking step.
Tim is our go-to
It's a
anytime we
winch.
have any drug questions.
Obviously.
And differentiating cranes from winches.
Shut up.
I'm gonna open my asshole just for you telling me.
It's
Gonna
not
sarlacc up.
our fault that you have no fucking clue what you're talking about, Brian. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? There's a difference between a crane and a winch, and you don't know that, and that's okay. Except for it's not okay, you fucking homeschooled piece of shit. And so,
I also do not know the difference between a crane and a winch, so
but see, the
What?
difference is,
One
Kim,
picks
it's
things
okay
up, and the
when
other
you
one
don't.
pulls things.
Well, and Sean is right, but doesn't change the fact that, Kim, you're welcome to not know the difference. Brian can go fuck himself.
This is toxic
You know what I mean?
masculinity.
There's the difference there.
it is
The
really
toxic
I
part.
100% thought you were about to say toxic masturbation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
this
don't
is-
ever treat your players like this unless their names are Brian and they're homeschooled and they're pieces of shit. In that case, then feel free to just be the most awful human beings that you can possibly manage. Because those guys absolutely deserve it around every turn and every corner. As a matter of fact, if you're designing a D&D game, just stop. And instead start designing insults for that bald person that's a member of your fucking party. Because fuck that fucking guy.
So after you wait 10 minutes,
See, I
on
mean-
your third time around, you guys
And
don't...
so, like, fuck that fucking bald guy. He fucking, dude, unless he has a goatee.
Tim. Let him talk.
Sorry.
On your third time around,
I'm sorry.
you don't even have to roll for this one. You see the gates are opening. First, I'll let you decide how you want to react to this, because it's up ahead of you.
Well, obviously, this indicates a person about to make a a turn out onto what I'm assuming is a private road, and thusly I am going to stop
Okay.
and allow them to exit.
Out drives. Fuck, I don't know 1979 vehicles. Out drives a vehicle, and it's not a.
Rolls Royce.
You know,
Cadillac.
I'm gonna say it's a old car from it's probably from the late 1950s to early 1960s, and it doesn't really look like it belongs in this neighborhood, and it's gonna start driving away from you guys.
Based on its design or its condition?
Based on its year, and yeah, on its make, it's a little bit lower class than you would imagine you'd see here.
Oh.
It's a Chevy where we would expect an Alfa Romero.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Yes, absolutely.
I'm
so
going
bad
to
at cars.
assume that the
more about
latter
cars
one
than you
is nicer.
Dude, I don't know cars. How the fuck do I know more than you?
I know literally about like 3.
The answer to Kim is yes. Just
Yeah.
tell Kim yes. All right. I understand cars,
Yes.
and that was a good example. And the rest of you guys. Brian, I'm thinking that the vehicle that pulled out was probably a Lincoln Continental, maybe a Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Somewhere.
Exactly.
There you go. Good job.
I just
Probably with the
old
suicide
gangster.
doors. Yeah, with a dark tint, because that did definitely exist at that time. So let's say like a 1969 Lincoln Continental with the suicide doors.
Yep.
It's a nice year.
Okay.
Is that okay with you, Brian?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
That that car doesn't look like it belongs around here.
No, it does not.
Are they like up to something nefarious themselves, or is it like we're getting in on like the good guys?
Well, Lev, here's the thing. We weren't exactly hired to do something for, well, against people that are touchable, if you understand what I'm saying.
So like no prostitution, or like
The
You're
answer.
kind of close, Lav, and I appreciate where your head is at. Mr. Purple, could you maybe elaborate a little bit?
We're working on people who working on the people on higher rungs of the ladder, so to speak, but not a fancy corporate ladder, a fucked
right?
up ladder.
Like I totally get it now. Okay. So it's like the other team, right? Like we're going after the other guys. Totally got it.
That would be.
You remember back in 6-3, talking about Texas?
Like, oh, yeah.
We're the guys on the grassy knoll, if you understand what I'm saying.
So, I think you said there wasn't going to be like getting our hands
There might
smashed.
not be.
It's
No, there
not
might
the
not
best
be.
metaphor.
So,
Jimmy's
like,
a fucking idiot.
we're
We ain't the law. They ain't.
okay. I got like that part, but like the grassy knoll was like where Kennedy was shot.
Forgive Jimmy, he's not the best at metaphors.
That was a
Don't
little
Jackie
think
O had a
think
funny.
about
fucking
it.
ass on her though, hey? that fucking that fucking broad, I tell you what.
Did you smoke something else while I wasn't?
I'm about to hit something if I tell you what, Mr. Purple.
How long do you
Jimmy?
guys want to do your scouting mission? You gonna be here till late at night, or what do you think?
Nah, the longer we hang around, the more likely we're gonna draw attention to ourselves.
Like, do we need to do any further? Like, do we need to try to walk the property, or like, is it for good enough from the street?
It'd be better if we could get close. And nobody's come into the estate.
Not yet.
Be better if we could get a bit closer.
Okay, like, but we want to be able to come back, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we go around the back, head up through the a little woodland there, gives us some cover.
So,
We hear any?
as you guys are, I'm not saying you're doing this right now, but the times that you've gone around the block, behind the block that these are situated on, there are some other houses back there. But this particular block that these houses are built on, it's just woods behind them, and then the other houses are off in the distance. So it's think of a square with 3 houses on the front of the square and just forestry in the back. So you have a feeling that you could probably just walk right up to their backyards.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
We go
just-
around the back and walk through the.
Like, I think we're gonna get a better feel for it if we like go through the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we circle around
Can
and
you
get out of the car and walk through.
Okay.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Every once in a while, we lose like the last word of your sentence or something, but otherwise, we've heard you.
Okay, yeah, I'm not used to push to talk. Sorry.
So, do you guys want to try and be all sneaky? How close do you want to get to this house? You want to just go into the woods
yeah.
and see what you see first?
Yeah, first take it in stages.
Are you
And
all
honestly, we should leave somebody with the. I can keep the car running. It's fine.
I'm trying to figure out how
Bros,
good it's.
can I just say something real quick?
I don't know, Tim.
We we have fucking 40 downloads since we did Maddie's show.
going?
Wow.
Nice.
Dope.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I just thought that was really cool, and I accidentally opened it up and was like, "What the fuck?" Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not particularly stealthy,
In your
but I'm not
heels.
particularly not stealthy.
Out of curiosity, what are you wearing, Kim? What's your character wearing?
A flowy kind of loose top and bell bottom jeans,
Oh,
like
nice.
super tight at the top, and then a nice wide bell at the bottom to go over my platforms.
Okay.
6-inch platform,
Platforms.
8-inch heel,
Perfect for sneaking.
right?
Through a forest.
Jimmy is in his standard fucking Jets jersey. At this time it would have been a Joe Namath jersey. And I think he has like one of those like cut off sweatshirts underneath. And it's like a faded Jet sweatshirt on top of that. Like Jimmy loves the fucking Jets. And it kind of pains me to say that as a Packers fan, just because the Jets fucking suck. But Jimmy loves the fucking Jets.
So Jimmy and Diana are going to be sneaking.
If I'm sneaking, I will kick off my shoes.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, dude, Jimmy is absolutely thinking that sneaking is a terrible idea. And so he is not going to be involved in any sneaking.
So just me?
Yep.
The guinea pig. Okay, so at this point, you said you got there. Give me a time. Throw out a time. What time did you get there in the evening?
10.
Wait, can I talk to Albert real quick before this happens?
Yes.
Albert, I kind of feel bad for sending her out there by herself.
Well, you didn't want to go, and I gotta keep the cargo.
Well, I mean, that's beside the fucking point. Like, I ain't much for, infiltrated and shit, but fuck, man. This
Just
broad's
taking a
about to go
closer
and
look.
take care of all. She's about to go and take care of all our shit.
Wasn't that the idea of this job? To
What are you
tell.
fucking Jack fucking Kerouac? You you believe in that like all the fucking stars aligned and shit?
No, but she's just walking up through the woods, taking a close. We're not trying to get inside.
So what? This is more of a fucking Stephen Sondheim sort of a thing into the woods.
You keep making references that I don't understand.
Into the Woods is a musical that was written by Stephen Sondheim, but I don't think it was alive in this particular age.
Oh no, it was. It wouldn't have been popular though.
Look, it's like, and I'm just gonna throw a number. It's like 800 feet up to that house. This woods is 300 of that. It's cover. If there is somebody up there, she's got a place to hide.
So tell me what time you guys got here, and how long you drove around.
Kim said 10.
Okay.
Is that good?
So
We're in 1979.
Yeah.
Into the Woods
Yep.
doesn't fucking exist, yo.
All right. I was Googling it. Kim.
Kim Splain.
Now whose
Son of
ass
a
is a
bitch.
Sarlacc pit?
Mine, Sean. Thank you.
It's okay. Now our Sarlaccs can kiss.
It's fucking 1986 now, motherfuckers.
No, it's not. Okay, so
Fuck you, Brian. What do you know? You
I'm
don't speak when we do this game.
at the
It's
time
Sean and me. We control this motherfucker.
that she left the car, it was already dark out.
Ping,
And so,
ping,
Yeah, I think
do you have a
ping.
flashlight, or I think we
if she
established
doesn't,
before.
I have that shitty one.
Yeah, you had it when you
I don't
took that
have
guy to the treasure hunt thing.
any.
So you
Can I? So I just have whatever I was able to purchase.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think we established earlier he has a shitty flashlight in his car, like an old 1970s flashlight. And
Cool.
so I think they send you off with that, and you take your shoes off, and the woods aren't sticky, prickly, anything like that. It's just dirt, but there are, you got to be watching where you step. They're not thick. They're thin woods. The trees are kind of like pine trees, but they're not pine trees, but they're thin, like, So there's some cover, but not huge, bulky redwood level cover. I think that you get about. I'm gonna have you roll a stealth, which is your finesse, but I think you can get. I'm trying to remember, what did you say, Sean? The distance was.
Oh, 800 total. Woods is 300, 500 feet remaining.
Gotcha. Okay.
And could I incur that Kim or Diana, sorry, make a perception for the flashlight
A perception for the what?
itself?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just to be able to see it in the car?
No, there's details that I will either share.
Okay. So I'm going to say you get to the end of this forest, and you've got a large field full of tall grass, and then you get to their backyard. And their backyard is lightly fenced, not a big fence. It's not even as fancy as out front. It's more like just a waist-high fence to keep a dog in. And you see maybe a swing set, big tree. It's pretty standard neighborhood backyard.
Okay.
So you have a perception and a stealth to roll.
Perception is 6.
Okay.
Wait, that's street smarts? So that should be 5. And my stealth is a 5.
Okay.
Because that's finesse, and I don't have anything. Yep.
I think going through
So-
these woods is not stealthy. What did she get on perception, Sean? What happened?
I think that probably the only thing she would notice with a 5 is that the flashlight is kind of weirdly clean, like it was recently clean.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
I
would have
think
turned the flashlight off before I got to the edge of the woods.
I think what you've found is that it's difficult to be stealthy in these woods. There's leaves all over. It's crunching. There's sticks and stuff. And so if you were going to try and sneak out of here, if it comes to that, good luck. But I'll let you roll another one through this field, and the grass is probably up to your knees in height. And then if you want to, you can try and cross it and get to their fence. And let you roll a new perception from there. Because it's hard to make out details from here.
I would be crawling to try to be under the height of the grass. If it's up to my knees, if I'm crawling, I should be under that. And I got a 2.
Really? Okay. Yeah. You made good time on your hands and knees. This is just it's just a dirt field with some thin grass. When you get up to the fence, you did you roll perception or was that stealth?
What do you mean? I just rolled stealth.
That was stealth. Okay, so roll a new
You want me to
perception.
roll perception? Okay. You did not say that, so. Ooh! 0. Wait, no, that's a 10. Damn it. Yep.
Everything is darkness.
No, wait, it's -1, so it's a 9.
What you find when you get up there is that this place is completely closed up. All their blinds are closed. All their curtains are closed. The lights are off downstairs, so you can't see through the double doors. I think in order to really get a good vantage on what's going on inside the house, you'd have to get right up to the house or sneak around the side or something. It's kind of up to you.
Considering I don't even really know what I'm supposed to be looking for, no, that's enough.
How long do you want to
Just
hang
no.
out there?
I'm the only one. I feel pretty concealed in this grass. I'll chill here for another 15 minutes.
Okay. You wait 10 minutes. And then I want you to roll one more stealth check.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay.
Big oof.
The door opens, the back door. And a female face. It's hard to tell in the darkness, but you're going to guess that it's probably an adult. Sticks out of the doorway, and out comes a little dog.
Hmm.
And the dog starts to make its rounds. You're going to fail no matter what, but what happens role play wise, flavor wise? Are you going to try and sneak away? Are you going to try and crouch down? What are you doing?
As soon as the door opens, I will go down to my belly.
Okay. So this dog goes, it's doing a perimeter walk as the dogs tend to do. And when it gets to your side of the fence, it starts sniffing and it's going to start barking at you. What do you want to do?
Can I have... Let's see. I was at a party. I'm a hungry girl trying to get money. Could I have like a cocktail weenie in my pocket? That I could throw to the dog?
Why don't you roll for it? Just a
Okay,
straight
what am I
D10.
rolling?
Why don't you, is there a history? Yeah, why don't you roll book smarts? This isn't
Book
technically,
smarts?
this is not what history is supposed to be used for, but I'm fucking using it.
Okay, well that's
Oh, actually, why don't you roll seduction? That's charisma.
Wouldn't this be bribery, though?
Oh, I forgot about bribery. All right, we're retconning yet again. Street smarts.
Okay, so I'm rolling a d10 for street smarts, for bribery
Final answer.
against the dog. Okay. 6.
Can she get a -1 for it being a good boy and or girl?
Let me roll one more time here. 6 is not awesome.
One more time.
Okay.
Woo.
You toss this weenie through the fence, and the dog starts munching on it. And I will give you one last chance to just make a break for the woods, because the lady stuck her head back in, or she went back into the house. The dog's munching on the weenie. You don't know how much time you have, but this is your one chance to do something.
I'm a run.
Okay.
I
Why don't
don't
you
know
do?
Would I have noticed if I crawled, am I actually under the height of the grass?
By the time you went to your belly, I think on your hands and knees you were probably sticking up a little bit.
I can't army crawl that quickly. I'm just gonna stand up and fucking run. That's a 6.
I think you get about halfway, and you look back, and the lady opens the door again and calls her dog, and we'll see what happens. She does not notice you, and you get away.
Whew.
Frou frou, come in, frou frou. You should have shit by now. Come.
It's too dark outside for her to notice you off in the field, so yeah, you get to the woods, and you can head back to the car.
I do so. Like, I will be picking the grass off of my clothing. Ugh. This is like the dirtiest I've been in a while. But like, the back of the house is, I don't know, it's like a pretty normal back of the house. Like, they have just a little fence and there's not really a good way to hide. I say as I'm getting in the car.
All right. Is there anybody up this?
Well, there's like a lady and her dog, but it didn't seem like anybody else was up, at least not on this side of the house.
What kind of dog?
It was like a little Shih Tzu.
I was just gonna say a Shih Tzu.
And apparently it likes cocktail weenies because I just happened to have one in my pocket from the party.
That's really gross, by the way, that you're just saving cocktail weenies.
Yeah, Albert will just turn around and like squinting, his cigarette just kind of hanging out of his mouth, and just like like a look of mild disgust on his face.
Listen, like sometimes you get hungry later. And the party food was free.
You put meat in your pocket?
I I prefer to put meat elsewhere, but like I had to stay closed.
Albert just slowly turns back around, starts the car, or this has probably been running, just starts driving.
All right. Is there anything that you guys want to do between now and when you meet up with your goons?
Severely question this person we picked up.
You got anything, Jimmy? I think he passed out on us.
He might have.
Tim!
It's like 1:30 his time. 1:30 in the morning.
12:30. I'm in the same time zone, dude.
Yes.
You're 3 hours ahead of me.
2.
Oh, Tim isn't Eastern. Chris is Eastern. My bad.
Tim, Tim the Muse.
Well, if
I can see you're sleeping now.
you guys want to pull the heist next week, we can.
I
He
won't
just-
Oh wait, he just muted himself.
Yeah, I need to go to bed, man.
It's okay, man.
Next week, we pull the heist. Stay tuned.
All
Keep it
right.
locked. Don't change
This
that
is
dial.
gonna be a shit show.
I'm gonna disconnect. Laters.
Night,
Later.
Tim.
Bye, Tim.